Hey guys, it's Childish, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're giving you part 2 of the new update featuring the newest mythical skills, allies, and relics that just recently got dropped. We're going to be taking a look at it from top to bottom, seeing which one's the one that we're going to be going for. So again, fam, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you all clicking on this video. And as always, fam, if you guys want to see more content down the road, you all know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, hit the notification bell so you guys know when the next video drops. So again, if you guys haven't had a chance to check out that last video here, you definitely want to check that out so you can get a nice brief overview of everything that's going on with the greatest estate developer collaboration. But again, most specifically, the things that you're looking to find out when it comes to this new collab: which skills are the best, which pets are going to be the ones to go for, which allies should be the ones that we should focus on. That's what we're going to cover in this video. So I want to keep in mind that while we're going to be going over all the main events and relics and whatnot, there is specific ones that are available to you for free through this roadmap event only. And then there's of course some that you can do when it comes to your summons that are available for you right now. So I want to kind of keep that in mind as we look through it, and I'll make a point to make a note that to see which ones to let you guys all know which ones are available to you right now, so you guys can kind of plan accordingly. So let's just go down the road. We'll just go down the road here. So the first thing that we want to focus on is going to be the new mythical skill, Mana Blast. So this one here, as you guys can see, is going to conflict a mana circle that fires powerful explosive projectile, doing a massive amount of damage to the enemy's hit. Now, like I always say, when it comes to the streams or whatnot, is that even though we could take a look at skill and it can be, just basic, from what we look at, we always want to consider the evolution of the skills and seeing if they make sense or would maybe synergize with another combination of skills. Now, off the top of my head, taking a look at this, it's pretty typical, right? Increasing the size, increasing the number, firing multiple things. It just seems like something that's going to provide overall damage. While that is good, if we're looking for just overall damage, what I'm looking for is things that provide unique mechanics or fun abilities that would really, again, provide a lot of provide a little bit of value, right? So if I were to talk about the what was it called? The skill tune, right? The skill tune that we talked about prior to, that is just a, typical, skill, right? But if you think about the combination of the evolution of A3 alongside all those burn effects, and this basically becomes the foundation of what people use in the meta today when it comes to the fire bill. So yeah, we're looking for big changes like that to really, keep our eye out on. As you guys saw, from the looks of it, this particular skill here looks just like a basic generic damage dealing skills that has the ability to provide a little bit more value by means of size, the numbers, so on and so forth. So my kind of take on this, just kind of looking at it out of the gate, is that yes, I'll get a copy of this, but this might not be something I'm going to be investing all my resources into, because I believe there's better earth-based skills that can be utilized in your lineup if you're focusing on the mono element build. Okay, now next thing that we want to take a look at is going to be the allies. Okay, and the two new ones that are available to you right now that you can go on the pickup summon is going to be Lloyd and Javier. And before you jump into this, again, you guys saw earlier when I showed you the roadmap, if you didn't available, this is going to be available to you in the roadmap. Lloyd's going to be available, Javier is going to be available, even Alicia is going to be available. Okay, so to kind of keep that in mind, this specific area, this pickup summon, is only for the people that want to, after they get their copy for free, and maybe they didn't get enough copies of them through the event, and they're like, let me go ahead and do this to get them to A3 or A8 or whatever the case may be. So just kind of keep that in mind before you start investing into pickup summons and whatnot here. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. Lloyd is going to be doing some damage in an area, and it's also going to be bringing all the units in for a couple of seconds here. So again, if you're one of those people out there that don't have a lot of units that provide the pool feature, then obviously this is going to be good for you. And again, there's a lot of reasons to go for specific units that have some kind of pool, but as you guys might have guessed, when it comes to units that provide the pool, one of the biggest things that people get value out of that is going to be dungeons like the Infinite Pod. The Infinite Pod, a stage that allows you to get specific resources to upgrade your character, your team, or whatnot here. And that's one of those where you have to clear the stage as fast as possible. So being able to pull those pots close to you so you can take them out as fast as possible is going to be extremely important. So again, this one could be a candidate that we're going to be taking a look at. Now, again, I'm going to keep it 100. I talked with some people in the community. We talked to some people live on stream, and while they say that this guy is pretty unique, pretty cool, I don't think any of them were going out of the way to build this one and max it out. I hope maybe I get correct on that one, but we didn't see anyone that said this is a must go and whatnot. But I will say this: if you are an Earth player, one cool thing about this one is it does have that reduction of the Earth res by 35% for all enemies hit. While I do believe there's some other Earth allies that have quite a variety of things in their kit, this is another opportunity for you. This kind of reminds me of, again, the Charlotte also having the opportunity to have that Earth res. So again, whether we're looking at something that provides a defense break or Earth res or whatever the case may be, any opportunity to reduce that resistance so that you do more damage is going to help you over time, right? That's just another way of providing some additional damage here by means of that Earth res. So that's kind of nice if you wanted to go that route. Now, Javier, he's pretty straightforward here. He looks like he's just going to be bringing in, a multi-hitting ability, striking him 6 times. And as you can see, at the very end of it, he's going to have that chance to do that stun here. So I don't know if this is one of those kind of PvP-oriented ones, or maybe like one of those ones that we could utilize for the boss stage. Again, right from the gate, not something that I was just like, oh man, I got to get this one. I got to max it out, as fast as possible. But it's, obviously it's an option for you. And again, if you're free to play, you definitely want to get at least one copy of it, because again, it's part of the collaboration. It's not going to be available, after that time is done until they bring it, back or bring in some select tickets, so on and so forth. However, what I do want to say out of these two is, while they sound great on paper, the one that I'm most excited about is the one that you do not see on this list. And why is that? Is because it's available to you on the roadmap, and her name is Alicia. Okay, I want to give a shout out to Epic Butter one time. If you guys haven't had a chance to check out his content, I'm going to leave it in the description down below. My man Epic Butter went out of his way to provide me some screenshots of all the things that are available to you on the roadmap that are definitely things you want to focus on, and we're going to talk about that right now. So Alicia is a phenomenal fire-based unit here that's going to provide some great damage, and it's going to provide a way of reducing that defense when you get this one, when you get this skill available here. And as you guys can see, this particular setup here at A3 reduces the defense of the enemies hit by 40% for 5 seconds. Now, when you think about it, prior to Vanessa coming out here, there wasn't a whole lot of methods of reducing defense, but now we're in the element of having multiple things that can reduce that overall defense here. I think we got the opportunity to bring it down to either 90% or 100, if I recall correctly. I think it's a 100% defense break here. So this is just yet another way, similar to the reduction of the, resistance, or ways of improving the special damage received. Like, this is just another method of providing more damage to you. Again, the more damage you do, the faster you clear those stages. And if you're one of those people out there like me that don't have maybe a lot of defense and stats or whatnot, that's what it kind of comes down to. Can you take them out before they take you out? And this is one of those units that can be able to do that. Now, the reason why I wanted to point this out is because he made a very, very good observation when it comes to not just this specific mythical ally, but the skills and the relics that are available to you, right? And the next one that I want to take a look at is going to be the Heart of Winter. Really unique relic here that provides the final damage improvements for friendly units. Now, this, once again, is not part of the actual pickup summons. This is currently available in the roadmap event. You will have to complete those quests, those daily requests, those repeatable quests. And once you get those done, you'll be able to jump on this one, no problem at all. Now, this is not only just a big boost for your damage when it comes to final damage, but as you guys can see, every 10 seconds you provide a damage reduction by means of that defense reduction by 35% for all frozen or shivering enemies in the area for 6 seconds. Now you're probably wondering, hey, Childish, this is a frozen skill, but I'm a fire build. What are you talking about? That's not going to work. But don't you worry about that. We're going to be showing you guys why this particular relic, alongside Alicia and a couple other components, is going to make your team that much more stronger. So next one up is going to be the new skill called Possessed Tenor. Now this skill, again, available in the roadmap event, not available in the pickup summon. This is something that you're going to have to choose to get. Okay, now keep in mind, if you take a look at it just, from just blanket here, you'll notice that it just, does damage to, by number of enemies and reduces their all element rest. Now, once you get it to, it also provides the fear effect for 1 second. But what the good component of it is the concept of the damage reduction or the defense reduction that we got going on once we get it to A3. So you'll notice a trend here. We got a lot of defense reducing components that we're going to be incorporating all at the same time here. And it's a good chunk, 20% reduction for 10 seconds. So we're definitely going to be taking advantage of this as well here. And I would like to take note that there's also an increase of damage if you get it to A8. So again, without question, I believe this is one of the things that, definitely people that do have the means to, max skill stuff out, this is going to be something that they're going to be taking advantage of as well. The next one up is going to be a skill that all you guys should be familiar about, which is going to be that component of Heart of Winter that we were talking about earlier, right? You'll take note that this is a fire-based skill that's going to be doing damage on impact and providing the burn effect. But the one thing that you may have not overlooked here is that it has a 35% chance of freezing him for 3 seconds. It creates a fire zone that provides the impact site that deals 30% attack as damage. But the main component that we're talking about here is the freezing component. And again, why is that important? Because as you guys see from the Heart of Winter, if you have these frozen here, you will notice that we get that damage reduction, the defense reduction for 35% for all frozen or shivering enemies in the area for 6 seconds. So you guys can kind of see where Epic Butter was going, combining the likes of Alicia, we got the Heart of Winter, we got the Possessed Tenor, and of course this last one here, the Meteor Shower. A lot of cool components that we can incorporate. And again, if you were here for the previous collaborations, but like I said, the Summoners or Sky Arena one, you will also have Vanessa that will have an opportunity for you to provide even more of a defense break. So really, really cool things going on with this collaboration. Again, an additional way for you to provide a ton of defense break, a ton of defense reduction so that you can kill your enemy faster and get through that content that much more easier. But yeah, last but not least, we would definitely want to hit up the pets. We got 3 new pets, which basically are more or less kind of in that same element here. You'll notice that all 3 of the pets increase their specific element resistance they increase their element critical damage for friendly units by 500%. Okay, we got the Earth one, we got the Wind one, and we got the Water one. Basically all the same component here. Nothing's different. It's just that you'll have one for whichever element you're going for. Now, one thing to kind of keep in mind is that the unique component of them is going to be their actual evolutions, right? So let's take a look at the first one here, Podung. The evolution at A3, going to bring in that slow effect for 3 seconds. A5, that earth resistance that we were talking about from previous, the new unit as well, right? Lloyd. Have another way of reducing that earth res, and then we also got to increase damage here by 100%. So yeah, this one, for those of you guys that are going heavy on earth and earth resistance, then yeah, this one makes sense to get and eventually get to A5 if you can. But again, for the free-to-play player, just getting a copy of this is going to be helping you out quite a bit already. For the wind side of things, it's going to be a little bit different. The wind side A3 is going to provide a little bit of damage boost here. It will reduce the wind res by 30%, but then it's going to have a straight damage for by 100% here, similar to the Podong. But I will say this, this slow effect on the Earth one, I'm curious to see if that's going to provide more value, but I guess it just kind of depends on the like I said, the skills that you bring, the allies that you bring. So we'll kind of keep that in mind here. Now, before I overlook this, I know you guys are giggling right now here. Yeah, you got to give I think it's Goming, or is that how you pronounce it? You got to give him the MVP, right? Why is that? Because he has the coolest skill in the world, poop bombs, right? I mean, how cool is that, right? He literally bombards poop, dealing all this damage in the area. I mean, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen come to us too. So I love it, right? Now, Let's go on over to the water side here. Water side, again, same kind of concept when it comes to this particular one. However, for the A3, we have a chill effect on the target for 3 seconds. We have that water resist that we've been looking at over the course of the last few pets here at A5. And then, of course, we have that damage improvement on AA. So this one, again, the unique component of these three are going to be the A3s, basically. And that's good because, you know, when I think about free-to-play players, I think it's going to be relatively easy for you guys to get those A3s for the majority of your mythical you know, skills, allies, and whatnot here. So really excited that, you know, the main kind of unique component of it is in that part. You know, which one's going to be the best for you? It just really depends ultimately on what kind of build you do, right? So kind of keep that in mind if you guys are heavily focused on either one of the three. And I will say this, I'm glad that they focused on those three specific elements versus the others, because even though they have been working on Earth a little bit, you know, the fire and the physical builds are probably two of the strongest builds out there. So as you guys can see, they're really listening to user feedback and kind of focusing on the elements that could use a little bit of a boost here. So that's pretty cool. I'm definitely down for that. So yeah, we're feeling really good about this one. So again, now finishing off the video, we're going to go back on over to that roadmap here so you guys can kind of get an idea of the route we're looking to take, considering everything that we just said this far, right? So as you guys can see, you know, you really can't really go wrong with this first pick because, again, you're going to have so many opportunities to get those copies here. But I'm going down this one here. I'm going to get that Lloyd for the time being because, again, Lloyd is an Earth one. And I was looking to increase the, you know, units that I have on the Earth side just to possibly utilize them down the road. And me personally, I do want to get on. I do want to test them out. Maybe make an infinite pop video for you guys, so you guys can see, you know, how his pull works comparison to others or whatnot. When I go through this here, definitely going to go on the top end. Okay, while the pets all over here are great, there's nothing that beats a brand new mythical relic that provides, you know, that additional boost when it comes to final damage, as well as that defense reduction when you're hitting up a frozen enemy here. So I'm going to go that top route. And then on this one over here, I might even take 2 lanes here because I do want a copy of the Possessed Tenor and I do want a copy of this Alicia. Outside of that, I don't know which is going to be the one to focus on. I might just go straight for Alicia and keep on going through here because I think it's going to cost me a lot of resources to get through this. You guys can see there's quite a bit of a jump here when it comes to the amount of shovels that you need when you get to significant like pools or whatnot here. So, you know, moving on through that, we got a couple of things going on here. But again, if you can make it through this here, then you're just going to get, you know, different treasures for these specific, you know, new allies or whatnot here. And the cool thing about it is that it is a mythical treasure, right? It's going to be a high quality treasure that you're going to be able to get, a ton of value here. But that's kind of what I'm looking at. Again, the big components of this collaboration is going to be when it comes to people that take advantage of the fire build. You got your Alicia, you got your Possessed Tenor, you got your Heart of Winter. Okay, those are going to be the main 3 components that you're going to be going for, and everything else is just kind of icing on the cake. Now, keep in mind that you can go through different avenues, which is fine, but if you're looking to get through it and get past this, especially if you're a free-to-play player, I would definitely work my way through and some of the ways that I already explained to you so that you can get the most important things out there. And then after that, if you still have time left, which again, you have about a month to get this done, you can come on back and, you know, clear out some other ways so that you can get some additional rewards here. So that's going to be my take on the new mythical skills of allies and relics when it comes to Soul Strike, featuring the new collaboration greatest state developer. Again, I'm looking to hear the feedback on that. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below on your take on this one. Which one do you think is the best ally out of them all? Like I said, I think my take is going to be Alicia. I think she's the one to go for. I think she's the one to focus on. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we will see you guys all in the next one. Take care.